To represent Team USA at the Junior Pan American Games in August, and she returned to West Texas with not one, but 2 gold medals. COM Aquatics diving head coach Omar Ojeda was a part of Team USA coaching staff. This is the first time Isabel Bailey competed on foreign soil in her young career, but it didn't scare her.
I really just had fun. That was the main thing. I didn't focus on my competition. I didn't focus on my dives. I really focused on having fun, because when I have fun I do a lot better, and I think that's what helped a lot, winning 2 gold medals.
Isabella is now focusing on qualifying for the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris. This morning was the 17th annual Casa for Kids golf tournament hosted by Casa of West Texas. This event helps Casa raise funds to use towards recruiting and train certified volunteers who help serve children who were abused in the community. The golf tournament was held at Ranchland Hills Golf Club with 30 teams of 4 players participating. Funds raised at the event go towards Casa's goal to provide an advocate to every child who enters into the foster care system.
These children mean a whole lot to me, and I know there's a great need for people to help them and help their families, and so I love it. I love this job, and I love the work that we do, and I love our volunteers. And honestly, I love our community.
Not only does Casa get funding from the teams that participate, but also from the many sponsors for the tournament. And across Texas, the record high temperatures in the state have prompted the Energy Department to declare a power emergency. The order allows Texas power plants to surpass pollution limits through tonight in an effort to meet the abnormally high demand for electricity. The Electric Reliability Council of Texas, or ERCOT, filed the emergency order request after warning of potential rolling outages to meet demand. As of this morning, ERCOT's website indicated the outages might not be necessary. And drought conditions have been having an effect on lakes across Texas. Raelle Brown with our sister station KAUZ in Wichita Falls went to Lake Wichita, where drought has made recreational activities nearly impossible.
As you can see here, Lake Wichita is down. Water levels across central to west Texas and up into the Panhandle are all down.
With the levels of Lake Wichita diminishing, Conley says it has become nearly impossible for boaters to reach the shore.
So boating activity has almost completely vanished on Lake Wichita in particular. Only people able to even launch a boat are kayaks. Nothing else really you can even get on the lake at this point.
Conley revealed that the drought also has a major impact on fishing.
There's no fishing from the piers anymore, so everyone's having to truck in and hike in for it. And then there's no real good structure. A lot of the structure that we have along the edge of the lake, a lot of the piers and the wood and stuff, that's all completely out of the water now. And so they're just having to fish on the bank and hoping they're casting in the right spot.
Assistant Executive Director of Riverbend Nature Center, Jenica Lambert, says that the drought effects makes it difficult for aquatic animals to obtain enough oxygen.
As lake levels drop, the water gets warmer and holds less oxygen, so you have fish die-offs, and then things that eat fish die because there's no food. The water becomes more murky and muddier, so it's harder to see and catch prey. There's a big chain of reaction that affects the entire ecosystem. So if you lose prey, you end up losing almost the whole thing.
The effects could also be so detrimental it could carry out into next year.
You'll see decreased birth rates and all kinds of stuff, not only like land mammals but also aquatic animals. There's going to be less insects, less pollination going on, so that's going to impact levels for next year. So drought has huge implications on ecology.
With the levels of Lake Wichita diminishing, Conley says it has become nearly impossible for boaters to reach the shore. And now it's time to take a look at our top headlines, shown here in real time with real viewers on CBS7.com. See all of these stories and more by downloading our app or visiting our website at CBS7.com. And still ahead, we take a look at the debate on age limits for politicians or lack thereof. Next on CBS7 News at 9. And several businesses have joined the Peanut Butter Brigade. You can donate peanut butter at any of these businesses in Midland and Odessa, including Jordan Elementary, Melly Rose Boutiques, Grace and Hustle, Miss Casey's Wonderland, Texas Sun Winery, Standard Structures, at United and Market Street locations and right here in the CBS7 at the Music City Mall. You can sign your business up for the brigade by emailing peanutbutter@cbs7.com. The debate around age limits for politicians reignited this summer after several awkward public moments involving elected officials. It has Americans wondering if there is a minimum age to serve, why should there not be a maximum age as well? Washington News Bureau reporter Josh Rotenberg takes a closer look.
I know I'm 198 years old.
The crowd laughed in June when 80-year-old Joe Biden, the oldest serving president in American history, joked about his age. But recent instances with older lawmakers have Americans concerned, like 81-year-old Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell freezing during news conferences.
And a string of that's right.
And then there's 90-year-old Senator Dianne Feinstein, who had to be told how to vote in a committee meeting in July.
Yeah, just say aye. Okay, just aye.
Recent polls show most Americans think the age of politicians is no joke. A CBS News poll said 3 in 4 people want a maximum age limit for elected officials. In that sample, 40% say that limit should be 70 years old. Also, a Pew Research Center survey revealed about half of Americans believe the ideal age of a president is someone in their 50s.
It's an understandable impulse when you see somebody, struggle to communicate and struggle to do the job because perhaps of their age.
Georgetown University's Dr. Hans Noel emphasizes only lawmakers and the president can place a formal age limit on themselves.
The thing about being young is that eventually young people become not so young people and eventually become the old people who you'd be shutting out.
Yet Columbia University's Dr. John Rose says age is a poor predictor of future behavior because people don't age the same way.
To pick an age is arbitrary, but the fact that we have established those age eligibility markers does not carry over to this concept of evaluating people's fitness to play these varied roles.
The Constitution sets minimum ages to serve in federal office, 25 years old in the House and 30 in the Senate. A president must be 35. Now, Michigan Republican Congressman John James has proposed a bill to set an upper limit on representatives, senators, and presidents at 75. In Washington, I'm Josh Rotenberg.
We are going to be looking at more triple-digit heat to start the weekend, but don't worry though, help is on the way and we'll talk about it coming up next.
Now, from the CBS7 First Alert Weather Center, here's Chief Meteorologist Tom Tiefertiller.
Well, again, it was a scorcher today, not only across West Texas, but across the state. Let's take a look at high temperatures. They were up there around 105 in Big Spring, officially 103 out at the Miller National Air and Spaceport, but Odessa up to 104. So it was hot for the start of the Permian game this evening, and it's still a little warm out there as we take a look at, again, current temperatures are hanging on to the mid to lower 90s here at 10 o'clock. Things are a little cooler down in the mountain areas, though. You get in those higher elevations already into the 80s as high pressure is in charge of the weather, and it looks like that's going to remain the case here over the next 24 to 48 hours. But we are seeing this little flow right here, and there's this trough. Well, first off, this northeasterly flow to northwesterly flow is trying to swing down a weak front. It's not going to have much luck pushing off to the south until this trough starts to move across, and that looks to happen for the early part of next week. Again, seeing most of the scattered showers, thunder showers, where they saw intense daytime heating today, upwards of 105 plus here from just south of Wichita Falls over towards the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Another area of storms across portions of southeast Texas help cool things off. That front kind of in this position here. And again, not moving a lot, so we saw the very hot conditions today. We'll continue to do so tomorrow. Look at that, 106 in Houston, 110 at Dallas-Fort Worth Airport there. So again, extreme heat across the state today. Probably not quite as bad for tomorrow. Again, that front's going to stay up to the north. We may see an isolated shower, thunder shower associated with it as it pushes down into the area coming up for tomorrow evening. So around the Big Spring area, an isolated thunderstorm, not out of the question. We'll take any rain we can get. Tonight, things are pretty quiet, only the mid-70s on the overnight low to the lower 70s out there across the northern Permian Basin. Then tomorrow, another hot one, another day of triple digits with an isolated thunderstorm again, northern Permian Basin over towards Big Spring. But changes start to happen as we get out of triple digits Sunday into Patriots Day on Monday. Then here comes that front, dropping temperatures over what we're seeing now by 15 to maybe 20 degrees, and also increasing those rain chances. Scattered showers and thunderstorms with the frontal passage, and some of it hanging around for the middle part of next week.
Former NFL star J.J. Watt is entering a new stage of his career. We'll tell you all about his new gig coming up next. Former NFL star J.J. Watt is entering a new stage of his career. He is about to start his new job as a CBS Sports NFL studio analyst. The three-time Defensive Player of the Year stopped by CBS Mornings to discuss his new role on NFL Today, where he will join Nate Burleson, Phil Simms, James Brown, Bill Cowher, and Boomer Esiason. Wyatt, who retired at the end of the 2022 season, says he's doing his homework and he's getting ready.
I love it. I love the game. I love talking about the game. I love, talking to the players, the coaches, just helping share that knowledge. I mean, I've got 12 years of NFL knowledge and I've been playing since 5th grade. So I want to be able to share some of that and kind of give an insight to the fans of what a player thinks,
Watt's picks for this year are the Philadelphia Eagles, the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the team he spent most of his career with, the Houston Texans. Watt is the only player in NFL history to record multiple seasons with at least 20 sacks. Still ahead, sea lions poisoned by toxic algae go back to the beach after rehabilitation. Daisy and Angela are heading home after spending some time at the Los Angeles Marine Mammal Care Center. The sea lions were getting some much-needed rehabilitation after getting poisoned by toxic algae. The care center has been running out of room taking care of the sick animals affected by the algae. To pick up the load, the LA Unified School District built a triage space on the campus of San Pedro High School. The superintendent, who was at the San Pedro beach watching Daisy and Angela return, says the district should do more to help. Well, in this video, they actually were cheering, Tom. It's kind of exciting to see them re-enter the water, but it seems a little unclear if they're still sick or not.
Well, that and are they going to get sickened again by algae? I mean,
you just don't know for
sure. They need to ask that otter from last night for advice.
He has the, $100,000 question?
That's right. So with that kind of worth, he knows what's going on.
There you go. So anyways, well, it looks like it's nice over there. Maybe we could get some water over here sometime. All right. Well, thanks for watching CBS7 First Alert News at 9 CW. We have more news coming up tonight on CBS7 News at 10.